What's going on, guys? My name is Brandon. Welcome back. We've got a really fun project to do today, but I'm going to forewarn you, it has got a lot of interest, it's got a lot of people talking, and it potentially could wind you up in a little bit of trouble. I've been pulled over by the police from it, I've been stopped going through a car wash, and I've had numerous people stop me driving down the road. It's an interesting project. Check it out. Stick around. Do it at your own risk. This is what we're going to be working on this week, guys. Now, not every video that we do is going to be an instructional video or even a how-to video. This is simply just going to be a fun, real, feel-good, fun video. And I'll show you what it is here right off. With that being said, guys, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not do this stuff that I'm going to show you that I'm going to be doing, because if you have a bad weld or something fails, you could have a seriously bad problem here. Again, entertainment purposes only. Don't do as I do. You've been warned. And if you're wondering what this is on the bench, guys, if you haven't seen it, this is a full rebuild that I did on my wife's 2002 XR 100R. I'll have a link to that video if you want to go check it out. So one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to remove the ball from the packaging and mount it on the hitch. I got all this stuff at Harbor Freight, and this is a 2-inch drop. So we're going to put that in like that, put the lock washer on it, and tighten it up. To help hold all this stuff down, guys, I'm going to clamp it to my workbench. So I've got this receiver piece inside my vise. Now I just want to tighten it up so that the wrench is 90 degrees from the receiver. That's where we want it. So that's vertical, and that's 90 degrees to that. That looks good right there. So to keep everything the way I want it, so the receiver is parallel, the wrench is 90 degrees to it, and you can see that it's also, you know, I'm just eyeballing it, 90 degrees this way off the receiver. I've clamped it down with just a piece of round dowel and a couple clamps just to hold everything in place so that this stays just like this. Next thing we got to do is go set up the welder. All right, we'll get the gauge and bottle turned on, turn it on all the way, because that's what seals non-flammable tanks. Snap on the welder, and we'll hit the gas valve so we can get that purged. Go up a little bit with the gas, go up to like, I'll do 20 CFH. This one is red to the center of the ball, as you can see right there, so that's good. Turn that off. If you forgot to turn this off, it would turn off in 30 seconds anyways. So we'll make the thickness 210 thousandths, let's say, and I'm using 30 thousandths wire, C25 gas. We should be good to go. Alright, now I'll lay it down and get it in position. Now I'm going over this multiple times, guys, just to get a nice, good, thick pass on it. Alright, so I got it all welded around this side here and welded there. Now I'm just going to weld it along that jaw there. Alright, so now that I got the wrench welded to the nut and the nut welded to the shank of the ball, now I'm going to weld the entire thing back to the hitch, or the receiver I should say. So I'm going to connect the nut to the receiver so that as of right now, this, and this could all rotate as an assembly. So if I grabbed onto the ball down here, if I had enough strength, I could spin this entire assembly around. I don't want that to happen. You know, if you like backed into something and you bump this, it would turn the ball. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to connect it all from the receiver to this lock washer to this nut, which will connect the whole assembly together, and then none of it will rotate. And there we are, guys. And I put a little drop of weld right here, just so that this nut wouldn't rattle going down the road. And I've welded the receiver to the nut to the shank of the ball, and then the wrench to that, and I pounded the weld to it, so it'll be good and strong. All right, let's go try it out. All right, guys, it is super, super windy out here, but we'll throw it in anyways. I'll try to hopefully not get too overwhelmed with the wind. There. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? Do you think that that's going to get some looks going down the road? But most importantly, now I got a step so I can get up into the back of my truck. See that? Pretty slick, huh? Oh, yeah, this is a fun one. All right, go try it out. So the one thing that I noticed, guys, is that people do not want to tailgate me. I've only been in the truck maybe for like 2 or 3 minutes. Nobody's flagged me down yet about that being hanging off the back, but I can tell you what, people are definitely keeping their distance. I never thought about that. They probably think that that wrench could fall off at any time. Well, that didn't take long, guys. I went to the store, returned some bottles that were in the back of the truck, and as I was walking out, there was a couple old veterans. They were probably in their 80s. They both sounded like they were probably from Jersey, and the guy walks up, he says, "Yo, you got that ball on your truck there," he says, and I don't have a good Jersey accent, and he goes, "Yeah, don't lose your wrench." And I said, well, that's actually the step on to how I get into the back of my truck now. I hopped on the back of that thing. He thought that was the coolest thing. So, and that's all there is to it, guys. This is just a unique, fun project. Not everything is like a build video or even a how-to video. This was one of those things that I just wanted to do. It serves as a step to get up into the back of my truck. I'm going to share a quick story with you. I was driving down the road. My wife was in a car behind me, and behind her was apparently a police car that I didn't see. I'm sitting at a stoplight. I see someone in my side view mirror come running up to me. They knocked on my window and they said, "Hey, you've got a big, huge wrench hanging off the back of your trailer ball." And they were all panicked. They were thinking, obviously, that something could fall off and go through someone's windshield. And I said, "No, it's welded on for sure." And he went over and rattled it. And there were 2 of them in the car, and they both just started laughing. When they went by me, they gave me the thumbs up. They thought that was pretty cool. Another quick story, I had this on. I was going through the car wash, the automated car wash. I get about a quarter of the way through it. The car wash stops. I forgot I had that hitch on the back. Someone taps on my window. It's the attendant for the car wash, and he says, "Hey, you've got a wrench hanging off the back. You've got to get that off there." And I said, "It doesn't come off. I mean, I'd have to pull the whole hitch out. It's welded." And he still wasn't satisfied that that couldn't come off. He goes, "Well, I'm just going to have the attendant follow you down through to make sure that wrench doesn't fall off." So it looks really real, guys. So just know that if you do this project, you potentially could get stopped. I mean, this appears to be a safety violation to, you know, anybody looking at this would think that you were trying to put your trailer ball on and you forgot to take the wrench off and then you drove down the road. And people are trying to stop you to let you know that, hey, this could fall off because it could bounce up and go through their windshield, cause all kinds of problems. So, you know, so if you're doing stuff inside your vehicle that you probably shouldn't be, or you've gone out to a restaurant and you've had a couple drinks and then you drove home and took that chance, just know that you could get pulled over and this could cause you more problems than you may want. So, but with that being said, guys, this was a real fun project. I really had a lot of fun. If this is something that you like, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you're wondering what I'm working on before it makes it up to YouTube, you guys can catch me on Facebook and on Instagram. I left a hint to this probably about 2 weeks ago on Facebook of what I'm working on. So that's where you guys can find out some of the things I'm doing before it makes it up to here. So new videos every Friday. Until next week, guys, I will see you then. Take care, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.